Let me do my hookah.
And we are now streaming on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, is episode. Oh, there's this. We'll do that again. It's episode number 98. Craze Boogie's here smoking his hookah.
Yo,
I don't know what's going on. Yuka. Jaylah's here. And our guest today is stand-up comedian, host of Brownish, which Jaylah was on yesterday if you didn't see it.
Fire.
Erik Rivera, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
What's going on? I love the way you announce we're streaming on YouTube. It's almost like when you call your boy, like, yo, I'm on speakerphone, just in case you say something dumb. Before you say something dumb, I'm on speaker. My wife's right here.
It's a must. Let me mute the. It's a must because Craze does say some. Actually, it is me.
It's really Rick. I think he says it for himself. He needs to reassure himself. It's like a click, you know,
it's
like it's like switch on.
I forgot who it was that we had on, and we were talking about something. I don't remember what it was. I mean, we're live already, but whatever. We had a guest on. We were having a conversation before we went on YouTube, and I was like, okay, we're all right. Let me shut up. Let me not. We were talking about somebody else, so that's even better.
Yeah, but that's the problem with podcasts, man. You forget, you get comfortable, you just start vibing, and then you're like, yeah, you know who else I can't stand, and then you just throw it out there.
Exactly. Rick has done that a couple of times, actually.
Right.
We also called one of our guests the wrong name one time.
That was my worst as a host.
I mean, it's been 98 episodes, bro. You fucked up a few times. You've done a good job so far.
Yeah, but it was Walshy from Major Lasers.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Major Laser. They're gonna be performing at the who's that YouTube guy or whatever that's gonna fight? Logan Paul or some shit?
Jake Logan.
Oh yeah, Jake Logan.
Logan Paul, Jake Logan, one of those.
I mean, it's like Lil Pump, Lil whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. I don't know.
Lil Baby, Lil Pump, the Baby.
I can tell you guys do your research on this podcast.
We definitely do. We do a lot of research.
I mean, they're not boxers; they're just performing.
Yeah,
they're not boxing.
Well, anyways, we were talking about HBO show Boardwalk Empire, right? And it was stuck on my mind. The show. One of my favorite characters is Chalky White. So as I'm interviewing Walshy Fire, I call him Chalky White. So it doesn't get any better than that. But Erik, you're in the West Coast now. You used to be a native New Yorker. We just took your New York card away like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
How'd you get into stand-up comedy? Stand-up comedy.
Are you okay, bro?
I thought you were gonna ask him how he got into Canada. I'm like, okay.
It's Dogfish 9-minute IPA.
Either Rick is drunk or we're watching Rick have a stroke online. And we don't see it. We're still doing the interview. Like, yeah, hold on, Rick. Let me.
You gotta look for fast stuff. Isn't that the way you determine somebody had a stroke?
Yeah, Rick. Let us know if you smell toast. Listen.
Yeah.
My left side is okay. I'm not there yet.
I actually started stand-up in New York, man. I like any new comics. I always tell them you got to go to New York. New York is the place to be because there's so many comedy clubs. There's so many places to get up, and you can get up multiple times a night so that you can get that polish, so you can work stuff out. Like there's just no excuse. Like here in LA, there's not that many clubs. You get up 5 times in a week, whereas in New York, you can get up 5 to 10 times in one night. So I'm glad that I started there and then moved out here.
5-10 times a night. That is pretty tough for a comic who's just starting out because you got to pay your dues before they let you.
But there's open mics and stuff, so there's different places you can get up even when you first start. Like when I first started, I was doing 3, 4, 5, 6 open mics a night.
How old are you?
Doing the hustle. Mate, man, I'm ageless, man. You know how Latinos age. I'm 72. Look at this.
Damn.
He's on that Daddy Yankee regimen.
Yo. Or Mario Lopez.
Younger.
Mario Lopez is going backwards, man. I was like, yo, this look younger than me. I grew up watching
a skincare routine. We try to get him.
First of all, John Carlos was on the show, and we were talking about Mario's skincare routine. Apparently, he already asked Mario. So we need to get Mario on the show and ask him what the routine is. Because Craze and I want to know.
Yeah.
I need it. Look at my face.
Apparently, Erik has it. So you
Once you get to LA, you hand over your New York card, and they hand you the skincare products, and you just start.
Yeah. Okay? I need to go back. Look, man, I'm only 22.
Crazy coming out to the West Coast next week. Watch, when you guys see him again, he's gonna look 10 years younger. You guys are gonna go, whoa.
So stand-up comedy, right? So what's your favorite club to perform out here in New York? Because there's a lot of like really.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Well, in New York, if you just by the brand and by the name itself, the Comedy Cellar, you can't beat it, man. Like that's where all the comics want to be. That's where all the comics go. Like on their off nights, that's where you'll find Chris Rock, Seinfeld, Chappelle. They all go there, man. So that was actually one of the first clubs I got past at, and for me, that was like just one of those things I had on a bucket list. And I know some comics never get to cross that off, and I was just blown away that I got to do that early on.
So if you're in New York, will you go do you call them up like, yo, big time Erik Rivera's here, my special's on HBOMAX, I need 10 minutes, who's up? Yeah, just bump him,
just says, yo, Eric's home.
I don't got bumping power, but I do call ahead. You got to call like, yo, I'm coming into town. They're like, all right, come through. But man, I don't got bumping power like that yet. Who's on stage? Tell them I'm here. They go, who? I'm like, all right, never mind. I'll wait.
How long you been doing this?
I've been doing 15 years, man. I started back when I was in college. I was part of the student organization, like the student union, and I got really into helping them book to get like the social events. And one of my favorites was
NAFTA. What's the name of the organization that does it? The college comedy tours.
The NACAs.
NACAs, yeah. You see, I was close.
Yeah, but see, the cool thing with New York is you don't have to go to those things. You don't have to go to a NACA to see comedians. You just go to the clubs. The clubs are right there.
Yeah.
So that's how we found comedians. Like we would just go to comedy clubs, and they, if you're a college student, they give you free tickets. So I was seeing people before they were who they are now, like Kevin Hart, Chappelle, Rock. Like this was before they blew up. I was watching them work stuff out, so I got real familiar with the comedy scene. And just one day, it dawned on me. I was like, yo, I want to try this because Latino, like your mom's not like, oh, mijo, you should do the arts, be creative. It's always like,
no, you gotta be a lawyer, a doctor.
Yeah. Something where you're gonna make money. And by the way, it's always like lawyer, doctor, or mira, why don't you can drive a cab. It's never
there's no middle
or
ground.
A construction company.
He does contracting, he fixes house, just
it's do this with a high paying thing or this consistent money.
Or own a bodega or restaurant.
Yeah. So I got into comedy, and my parents were like, at first, I don't know about this.
You're not really that funny. I don't even know why you want to do it. Did you get that response?
When my special aired, I had a cousin call me, giving me notes. He's like, yo, player, listen, that first joke was a little weak. That second joke, and I was like, what? Hold on, dude, you been on HBO?
Yo, HBO, bro. By the way.
But you know what? We all have that one family member that has always an opinion. They've never done anything in their lives, but they always have an opinion and know about every single thing in this world.
I mean, so they're right. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So they might be right sometimes. I don't know.
By the way, you can always tell what they think about your profession by the way to describe it. It's always, oh, you still doing that little podcast?
Wow.
You're like, what? Todavía con el little comedy, los chistes.
Oh, that's nice. I see.
Yeah.
Ay, qué bueno que todavía te está funcionando.
Yeah.
Did your whole family watch the special though?
And you get paid? Like
I get paid? It's HBO. Of course I got paid.
No, I'm saying that's like your family. Your family's gonna be like, "Oh, you're doing comedy still?
Yeah,
you get paid."
Eso paga. Eso hay dinero ahí.
Oh, you are getting paid. So remember, that time that you wanted to. They always ask you for something right afterwards.
Dude,
what did they?
I had a cousin ask me he wanted to sell tires out of his garage. He goes, "Yo, baby boy, you think you could I'm gonna sell tires." Like, are you like a mechanic? He goes, "Nah, baby, just tires." I was like, "What?"
Come to the garage, do 10 minutes on this makeshift stage. I'm gonna do for you.
Tires.
Yeah.
Tires sometimes.
But did they watch the special? Did you get good feedback from the family?
Some of them watched it. Some of them, I'm not gonna spend money for HBO.
How did HBO treat you, by the way? Let's get the scoop on that.
It treated me good, man.
He's trying to go back, Craze. Why?
Always Craze with a difficult question.
I'm just saying. So what did I think? Did they treat you okay over there?
Nah, they treat me good, man. Like, first of all, if you look at just the landscape of it all, they're the only ones right now giving Latino specials. Like, you know,
big time.
Orlando Leyva, a friend of mine who's Dominican, Nick Guerra, Mexicano, me. Like, they're trying to represent all the colors of that spectrum to show that it's not just Mexican comics, or it's not just this little, this little section of it. And they're the ones doing it, man. They're doing it right. You got the Entreno series, they got the half-hour specials. Like, you look at the other platforms, and not a knock on them, like Showtime, like they've done one in the last couple of years, which is my boy Jesus Trejo. One. Like, Netflix has done what? 3 in the last 5-6 years. 2 of them are Fluffy. So you guys only know Fluffy and George? Like, that's it? Come on. Crazy.
Amazon though is giving us love. So I'm gonna say that one.
Okay. Amazon through Gina Brion, but like after that, start naming them. Amazon I want Amazon. I want you to give me Amazon produced specials. Now people that just made it themselves and then sold to Amazon.
Yeah,
well, for example, Amazon took a risk on a show called Last One Laughing. And it's done pretty well. So that's basically they trap, I think it's 10 comics or 6 comics in a room, and they can't laugh for 6 hours. So it's like if we trap you, Jesus Trejo, and all you guys in one room, and you guys are cracking jokes, but you cannot laugh. If you laugh, you're eliminated.
No, we're not rocking with Amazon show right now. We're talking about HBO Gang, HBO Max.
But HBO,
they also got the best. They also got the best documentaries, low key.
Yes, that's what I was gonna get to.
I was just telling Rick the shit that just came out. Have you watched
the Woody Allen one?
Oh yeah, I watched that one. That's a serious one. It
just changed my perspective on Woody.
Yo, you guys, I know I'm not the only one. You ever watch something, and as a kid, you thought you knew what was like when that OJ show came on FX. Yeah. I remember I was like, yo, he is innocent. And then I watched the show and I was like, yo, this dude was guilty as hell.
Guilty. I mean, but Woody Allen was guilty. Like, I knew he was guilty.
I mean,
like in the comedy community, you always had those people like, nah, I don't know. And then I'm watching this like, yo, this dude.
You try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but when you're actually, your movie's all predicated on an older man falling in love with an 18-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. And it's a consistent pattern.
Now, but my favorite one right now that just came out was the QAnon one. Did you guys see that one?
I have not seen that one yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
It just came out on Sunday. That's a fucking wild ride.
Does Eric believe in QAnon?
Yo, do you believe in QAnon?
I don't even know how to spell it, man.
Wait, are you Q? Are you Q?
I don't know how to spell it, dude. I don't know what it is.
That's exactly what Q was saying.
There you go again, Craze.
So I love you trying to put me in all different things. Are you Q? Scientology? What are you doing?
Who are you with? How'd you get on HBO Max?
We're trying to get you like on TMZ. Like, yo, Erik Rivera admits to being QAnon.
That would be something that makes it like you gotta say something wild now. I find that funny. Somebody says something crazy and it's automatically up there. But besides comedy, so in comedy there's the special, there's the television show, and there are the films,
right?
That you're always judged, and the comedy albums that people don't do anymore.
Right.
What's next on that list for you?
Well, I'm out here. It's so funny. Like when I first started comedy, it was always you want to do stand up and then have the show, almost like Seinfeld did it. Raymond, I want to throw Cosby as an example, but you can't say his name nowadays.
You trying to get me canceled? No, I'm just...
Dude, that show was that. Look, I know what he did was wrong, but the show, come on, we all grew up with the show. But being out in LA, and I don't want to get too deep into it. You see the obstacles, you see how much we as a Latino community aren't being represented. So it's hard, man. They do one Latino comedy family sitcom once every 10 years. First it was George, then it was Cristela, and then
I think that show, the Cuban one, what's it called? That was on Netflix, and then they took it off Netflix.
One Day at a Time.
One Day at a Time. That's been on 7 different networks.
So that thing's been canceled from everything from radio, podcast. Like they've tried every format. That show just
shout
out to whoever their fans, because
the fans consistently. Look at Sasha Mercy, first of all, your co-host, by the way. Sasha's a great person to have on television, and it took her a while to get Dímelo Like and Share. So it's not easy for us up there. And if we are somewhere, it would be like BuzzFeed or on the internet. It's not on a big network with a big budget behind it. So you want to go to the show next. I'm pretty sure the show's already written.
Show is written. We're getting ready to go out and pitch it, man. I've got it's funny, you come out here and you gotta create these projects, man, because once you get in that door to pitch, you have to be ready to go. Because we don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? The
content,
we don't have that. We don't have that privilege to just be like, I want to develop a show. And they go, okay, yeah, let's get you this writer, and they're gonna come up with this concept. Like, you have to have it all fleshed out. Like, you have to have the whole idea, because when you get into those rooms, it's like, okay, well, for them, it's a risk. Like, how am I gonna take a risk on Rick, or how am I gonna take a risk on Jaylah? Because they haven't seen a successful template yet. So for them, it's like, all right, so what happened season 4, episode 5 with your character? Like, you have to know all that stuff for them to start feeling comfortable and go, okay, I'm gonna give this dude money to put his show on the air.
Do you feel pressured when you write it though? Like, okay, I need to do like X, Y, and Z by this like amount of time, or do you feel like you kind of let the process guide itself so it comes out a certain way?
There's pressure, because a lot of the times you go into these rooms, you are the culture. Like, a lot of times you pitch in these rooms, it's Caucasian
Jewish white guys
from you. They don't know, so they don't know. So when you're like, oh, this is what happens, we don't understand that. You're like, let me explain it to you. And so there is that pressure of making sure it's authentic, making sure everybody understands it, making sure you're not scaring off the execs who may possibly buy it. Like, you don't want them to get uncomfortable and go, we're not doing that show. I don't know what it is.
So is the idea to, I'm pretty sure you either like have a small pilot or something you shot to pitch. Is the idea to pitch it or to make it and then say, listen, this is the product. It's already done. I just need some money, to get some better lights, better direction, better some writer.
Well, the idea is to pitch it and then have them give me the money to shoot it right. Because I don't, you can shoot it yourself.
Yeah.
But my whole philosophy is you don't want to give them excuses not to buy it. So if I come in and I've shot it myself and they go, the lighting's bad, we're not gonna buy it because it's janky. This dude shot it. Why are there tires in the background? Like,
that's my cousin. I needed to include him in there so he could have.
You try not to give people excuses to say no to you in this industry. So you want to come off just polished and ready to go.
And how'd the Brownish thing come about? Was that?
So Brownish was the Laugh Factory right before pre-pandemic. They kept hounding me to do Latino night, which was crazy to me. I live in Los Angeles, large Latino population. No club was doing a night to spotlight Latino comedy.
That's
right.
Wow.
It's crazy. But on the same side, like on the flip side of that, it's a bit of a culture shock, because I like I said, I came from New York, where you're funny. You get into these clubs, like you're never gonna go to the Comedy Cellar or the Comic Strip or Caroline's and see Latino night or Asian night, or it's just the funniest dudes rise and get into the clubs and you get into the rotation. So when I moved out here, I show up and I'm like, hey, I'm a regular here. I'd love to play a club. Okay, cool. We got Taco Thursdays. That club over there has Chimichanga Mondays, and you're like, what? Hold on, I'm funny across the board. So it becomes a fight where you try not to get boxed in, but at the same time, like, we don't have those opportunities. So they kept hounding me to do Latino night, and I kept saying no, because I was like, I just don't want to be put into that box willingly. So finally, I was like, I'll do it, but I'm going to change it. It's going to be on my terms. I'm changing the narrative of it. It's not going to be called, whatever they wanted to call it. Like, dude, it even came to a point, we were doing it on Tuesday nights because they were like, oh, we got a great idea. Mexican restaurant across the street. We're going to do Taco Tuesdays. And I was like, no, not doing that. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. We don't even mess with tacos. What are you talking about? That's crazy. So we called it Brownish, and I held their hands to make sure we didn't make it something it wasn't. I wanted to include everybody, and I've had dude, I've had some heavy hitters come through there. You know,
I saw Ian was on it. Ian Lara was on it.
Dude, and when I tell you, it was so satisfying. Number one, I had agents, managers come out. I've seen them approach talent. Some of them got signed. I've seen production companies come out and go, "Oh, who's that? I'd like to meet with them," and seen those meetings happen. I've even had the club go, "Who are these people just rocking the stage? We need to get them into the club." And it's like, yeah, there's such a talent pool back down here with Latino comics. It's like, you guys should know all these people. You should know the Ian Laras. You should know the Sasha Mercedes. You should know the Ida Rodriguez's. And it's sad that they don't.
So did they still let you rock on the regular nights though? Because I mean, if you're rocking on Brownish, right? I imagine you got to gear your material towards. First of all, I know you got some stash material that you want to use on a general audience. Do you mostly go like, all right, let me do 70, Latino jokes and 30%?
Nah, I do my stuff, man. Like if you watch my stuff, it's all about my life. It's all about,
you're a dad as well.
Yeah, I love the stuff you do about family, man. That shit, that's your parents' stuff. I love that.
I'm being a dad, I'm a husband, even the stuff like about our families, like it's relatable. Like that's why I get so angry and frustrated when the industry's like, oh, we don't know if they're ready for the Latino mom character. I'm like, dude, I travel across the country. All our moms are crazy. All our moms do goofy things. All our dads do stuff like, so I've done shows where I've had, people come to like, oh, my mom's just like that. I'm like, oh, what's your background? Oh, I'm Italian, or I'm Greek, or I'm Chinese, whatever it is. They relate to it because it's across the globe.
It's universal, man. Some of the shit, family shit's universal, man. That's why I like this stuff. The married stuff, I'm against a monogamous marriage, but
all right.
But I'm kidding. I'm joking.
You Mormon? What's happening?
Yeah.
You want multiple wives?
He likes sister wives.
Shout out going to Utah,
Shout out to Prophet Joseph Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like we out here.
Crazy. You want to talk to Discovery? I got Discovery's phone number.
That'd be a dope show. I mean, I'll be there.
Crazy. Why you want multiple wives, man? I can't even remember my one anniversary. Now I gotta remember 10.
It sounds like a lot of work. I'm just again. I'm not trying to get married again.
First of all, that's also I'm gonna say Caucasian white, right? If it's a Latino, like that show would be nuts to me. A Latino man with multiple wives. That's a Mormon.
I think I think it'll rock.
I mean, I think
un carro a ella y el mío. No, eso no va así. So it would
we're Dominican. Most of like our dads and uncles had.
I was gonna say this
had like secret families.
Not
under on the low. It's just different.
Yeah, there's secret families in DR.
It's not like she's.
If Discovery said that they're gonna pay some choppies and they're gonna pay one sugar daddy to come out and everybody gonna live one happy family, it's gonna happen.
So Eric, we are allowing you also to take part in the 90-day Jaylah journey. We have a very good relationship with Discovery and Discovery Plus. And Jaylah has an affection for Dominican men.
Oh, I've heard. She dropped it on Brownish. She brought up the Dominican man, but the way she said it, like in her eyes, like you could see the sparkle, like the whole conversation. She was just boom, and then she said Dominican men, and it was like, whoa.
Now we talking. And Sasha was like, "Really, girl? Are you serious?"
Her voice got really low. She's like, Dominican men.
Yeah.
So Craze and I have been scouting the Dominican Republic for the perfect bachelor for Jaylah Sandoval. To have her.
I already failed that one marriage. Might as well try for a second.
Yeah, fuck it.
Damn. So Eric is allowed to submit some. You said Guatemalan, right? Guatemalan,
Puerto Rican.
Maybe a Guatemalan is it for you, Jaylah.
I mean, I am Central American. Maybe I need
Eric.
The problem is that most Guatemalans are very short, and I'm just very tall.
Damn,
I feel triggered by the way you said that. Listen,
Jesus,
I got some tall cousins. They're like 5'2". Look, the point is, just don't put nothing on the top shelf, Jaylah. Stop. Get them a step ladder. Listen, stop with your crazy standards.
I'm just gonna feel bad because Bella.
Costa Ricans ain't that tall neither. So
I know. Why do you think I haven't dated a Costa Rican?
They might not be that tall, but they got big hearts.
Yes.
I mean,
listen, Bella's.
Wait, Eric was gonna say something though about Guatemala.
Yeah, we can't be having Bella trying to fight her stepfather, guys. Like, we just can't have that.
I don't like the way you attack Guatemala men. You know what? Now I'm gonna send them your way. They're gonna be sliding into your DMs.
Yo, we need at least 2 candidates from. If you have any cousins in Guatemala, preferably, because we want to take Jaylah out there, and
Yes, we want to film it out there, all authentic.
Okay.
Any recommendations? Jaylah's 90dayjourney@gmail.com.
Yes. The age requirements is we're gonna say 21. It was 18 before, 18 to 95, but now we're moving it to 21 to 95. So anyone in that bracket.
Oh, we left it at 95. I thought it was 100. Thank God.
We split the difference. I think we said it was 50. 55. You said 50.
No, he had said 100.
It's fun.
No, I said 100 before, but 95. Realistically, we get. I mean, first of all, hold on a second. These people live in the Caribbean and in South America. 95-year-old from those countries is like a 50-year-old from here, from the U.S. So
I can't stand you.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
My mom's uncle just turned 96.
That's science.
He just turned 96, and he's still moving around doing stuff.
And he's got like 50 more years to live. Look at that.
There you go.
Still cheating.
They just announced the oldest man living in Costa Rica is 126 years old.
Yeah, there you go.
It just proves my point. You see, you just got to listen to me and Craze more often. Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna let you and Craze run my life at this point, since you're polishing up my radio personality skills. You're looking for my future husband. Apparently, you guys are gonna run my business too. So,
what's the thing that Britney Spears' dad signed?
Conservatorship.
Hey, just send me your social and your birth certificate. We got you.
So, Eric, is there a comedy album coming in the future? Because that would be great. Let's go back to the classics, man.
Right now, I have the Super White that's on HBOMAX. That album just came out. It's on Pandora, Spotify, iTunes. I am getting it pressed on vinyl and I'm gonna do some giveaways and stuff on my Instagram.
Signed, right?
Signed, of course, yeah. So I'm excited by it. So we'll see.
You know, I just grown for like a huge appreciation for vinyl lately. I've just been listening to a lot of vinyl stuff, and I think it's like a nice thing to like collect and have.
Yeah.
So, and then we said movie. I'm sorry, Craze. We said the stand-up. You talked about the show. You can't give away too much. You got an album coming, which you could win a Grammy for, which I think is so cool. Think about it. You could do EGOT.
I could. We've only had one. Rita Moreno. She's killing it. So
we gotta get.
You could do EGOT. So, and what about the movie situation?
Movie situation. I've got a couple things I'm cooking up. On the writing side. So, I want to get into the horror genre, and I want to get into the YA genre. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's all just trying to find the right partners that understand the vision and don't try to, hit you up with the stereotypes like, be good, the chancla killer. And you're like, come on. What are we doing here?
Hey, nobody's trying to tell you. You said the YA market. Nobody's trying to be like, yo, Puerto Rican Harry Potter.
Ain't nobody. If you really think about it, it's untapped. Nobody's in there.
I'm just saying. Harry Potter in Puerto Rico? I'm just saying.
It could happen. I think Craze is trying to become my partner here. Come on, man.
What's the hold on?
Craze is like, I'm gonna see you next week.
Hold on, my wife is Puerto Rican. I gotta ask her, babe, what's the town in Puerto Rico that's where there's like they believe in witchcraft and witches and all? Guayama.
Okay, I was about to say if she says the Bronx, I'm hanging up. El Bronx. El Bronx.
No.
Fordham Road, Rick. That's
she's Cuban and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Rick, where in New York were you originally from?
I grew up in New Rochelle. My parents met in Flushing, and my mom was like, "We're not raising kids out here. It was just too crazy," so they moved to the suburbs.
New Rock is nice though. I fuck with it.
I love New Rock.
That's like the North Bronx.
Yeah.
Can we certify? Grace, do you want to certify Eric?
Wait, do I have my certification documents?
So we do a segment where we certify BX Bronx certified exam. So it's basically like you're taking your citizenship exam, but for the Bronx.
Just for the Bronx.
That's Bronx adjacent right there.
Bronx to J. I think you fall under the lines. Yes.
Okay.
Craze.
Right.
So this certification came along because Craze is Sir
First of all,
Alderman
okay, there you go.
of the Bronx.
Sir Alderman of the Bronx. Craze.
All right.
Sir Alderman of the Bronx. And this is a serious title.
You know?
He got knighted with a chopped cheese on each other.
Yep. All right, I think
Where did the ceremony take place? Was this
in
Yankee Stadium?
Only the holiest of places, the beginning gate, the first, I think, is gate 2, the executive entrance of Yankee Stadium.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly right.
Legit. That's legit. I like it.
It was
That's
legit.
exactly right. So, were you interested in taking our Bronx certified exam?
I think it's 5 questions. Let's see what goes on.
Questions. Basically, this is designed to see if you would qualify as Bronx certified resident of the Bronx.
Okay.
I have the power to bestow that upon you. It's very simple, similar to the citizenship exam. You know, I took that in about 2013, 2014, and that's where I got the idea for this, because they told me that I needed to answer questions about the American Revolution in order to get my fucking citizenship. Most people don't know this. But we only have 5 questions, similar to there's really 100 questions, but I'm only gonna ask you 5, just to make sure that you could be Bronx certified. The first of which is, what is the official sandwich for the borough of the Bronx? It's multiple choice, so I'm gonna give you some choices. A, bacon, egg, and cheese, all one word. B, chopped cheese. C, chicken parm. Or D, an Italian cheeseburger from Kennedy's Fried Chicken.
I'm gonna go with chopped cheese, man.
That's
Damn, he got that right off the.
There's 2 acceptable answers to that. Actually, there's only really 1 wrong answer. Nobody really eats a fucking chicken parm over here.
Right.
Really wrong answer.
Unless you're on Arthur Ave.
The next one, much easier, is true or false. The Bronx is the only borough to be believed to be connected to the mainland United States.
Okay. I was like, wait, I was waiting for the options. I said, hold on, what?
So the Bronx is the only borough believed to be connected to the United States mainland. Is that true or false?
That's false.
That's wrong. It's actually true. It's the only.
It's the only one?
Only one of the 5 boroughs that's actually connected. Everything else is an island. Unfortunately, that's why that's why we're the best borough. We're the only one that really. Okay. This amusement park, which was once located in the Bronx and is no longer in existence. A, Playland. B, Freedomland. C, Disney. D, Palisades Park. Or E, the parking lot at Orchard Beach.
Damn, Crazy. You threw a lot of options.
This multiple choice one had like 7 options. Well, I know it's not Playland because that's Westchester, and that's where I grew up.
There you go. That's good. Elimination. What else can we eliminate from here?
Disney's gone because
Come on. So we got Freedomland, Palisades, and the parking lot at Orchard Beach.
I'm gonna go parking lot at Orchard Beach.
Hey, that is not necessarily the answer, but I'll accept it. You get that. You get points for that. You get partial credit for that. The actual answer is Freedomland. It burned down in like the 70s. Number 4, name this island, which is technically part of the Bronx. You gotta know this part. It's technically part of the Bronx, and it's an island. It has some dope seafood restaurants, and in the summer resembles a small New England shore town. A, Randall's Island. B, Governor's Island. C, Rikers Island. Or D, City Island. Think about it carefully.
Come on, man. City Island. You go there for seafood on the weekends, baby.
Hey, you could also get seafood on Rikers Island, but which of these designers went the last and final question? The last one. Bro, so far you passed. You got a passing grade, right? You got 3 out of 4. So I think you more or less passed. But I want to ask you this one because it's one of the most important ones. If you get this one wrong, I think you fail. Which of these designers went to DeWitt Clinton High School?
Damn, this is a hard one.
Fashion designers. Anna Wintour, Virgil Abloh, Dapper Dan, Ralph Lauren.
Which one of those designers
Went to DeWitt Clinton High School right here in the Bronx. That is like maybe 6 blocks away from me.
Damn. Anna Wintour, Ralph Lauren. Who were the other ones?
Dapper Dan and Virgil Abloh. It's not Dapper Dan. He's from Harlem. I'll give you that hint.
Facts.
I'm gonna go with. I have a feeling it's a trick question, and it's gonna be either Anna Wintour and Ralph Lauren, but their caucasity is really just throwing me because they don't seem hard. Anna Wintour could be hardened. She looks hardened, like I've heard stories. And I'm sleeping on Virgil. This is gonna be a shot in the dark. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Ralph Lauren because he seems like he's not the right answer.
That's absolutely correct. Ralph Lauren.
You did it.
From the BX, you are officially certified from the Bronx, Eric. Anytime you come to the Bronx, a chopped cheese on me, and we'll get you some Timbs. They may not be new, but we'll get you some.
He's gonna cut him down off the wire. Like, here you go, baby. Hold on.
Definitely, we'll hook you up. Are you certified?
We'll put in a call with the Bronx Borough president.
Yo.
Get them started on Erik Rivera Day.
There we go.
Yo. By the way, another Bronx tidbit. This weekend we got Big Pun Square.
Big Pun Plaza.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Craze. You the alderman of the Bronx and you called it the square? It's the plaza. Come on.
Hey, we call it a square up here. Fuck you. It's on Fordham and Grand Concourse, right now in front of the Army recruiting station.
All right.
So if you got to check it out. You know? That
was beautiful. Beautiful. I love the fact that you just took that segment on and now we can give you your New York card back, Eric.
Yeah,
I feel like you earned it.
Wow, that's the first time one of our
Jaylah, you're not getting
actually
it back.
gets a prize out of this.
Yeah,
you get your card back.
You get your card back.
We're good. H, what else we got?
So I have a segment called Distorted Pictures. So we take 5 photos from the internet. I have to do something with you.
With you?
Okay. Can you see the screen that says Distorted Pictures somewhere around here? Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Justin, give me the first one.
Now listen, I'm not gonna lie. I might be good at this game. I grew up with the scrambler box.
Let's see.
Is that a nipple? What is that? Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like a nipple right in the middle or something. I don't know.
That looks a little spicy. This picture.
It's got to do with me.
Yes. This episode is all about you.
It's his profile pic on OnlyFans.
Girl.
Probably.
I must say, no. What is it with all the gray? What is this? I must say it's a wedding picture.
Is this a wedding picture? Picture, Justin.
No, damn. That's when I was working out. That's when I was.
I'm just gotta say, man.
That was pre-COVID, huh?
I need.
I hit that quarantine 15.
I need the face regimen, and I also need the workout. Those tattoos look familiar, though.
Jaylah, whose tattoos are those?
The Rock's. Obviously, I saw the Brahma bull and this whole tribal from like the Get. Come on, guys.
If The Rock was Dominican, that would be Jaylah's main guy. That'd be.
I will take him not being Dominican. The Rock could just be The Rock.
Hey, and he's 47 too.
I don't care how old he is.
It's good.
Next photo. Let's see.
Oh, that's me at the Comedy Cellar. I know that picture. I know that picture from a mile away. That, by the way, that was one of the first. I had this manager. He was like, "We're gonna take you to this hair shop, get you a new style." I looked awful, and I'm mad I let him talk me into this hairstyle.
So in the photo, you have like this, like spiked up type of hair. I'll put it up. Well, it's on his IG. I don't think I should put it up. But yes, that is the comedy.
Was it like the Chris Kirkpatrick? Like no, the Wade Robinson when he said like the
it was similar to the Wade Robinson.
It was bad, Jaylah. It was bad. I'm shocked. I'm even married now. I'm shocked that I got dates. Is this your manager still to this day? No. I fire a lot of people. I let them go when they're not working for me.
Well, that was the best decision, man. I felt like he was like, yo, this is what Latinos look like now. I think you know what? We're gonna give you Latino with a little flair of Italian on it. So let's
a little Guy Fieri on it.
I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I did like about that hairstyle, though, being half Guatemalan, give me height. Give me some height. Girls like, how tall are you? Like 5'9", girl. 5'9" now.
Exactly. Yeah, I used to rock my shit like that too back in the day.
I mean, it looks
I mean,
good.
at least he didn't. In all fairness, at least he didn't make you put in all the highlights.
The growing up Gotti looks pretty good. Not that bad.
You look like you would have been friends with like Brody Jenner.
I look right there. I look like I'm rehearsing for a boy band, and they tell me no. I'm like, are you sure? I can't. Out of sync, nothing. 98, 99 degrees. We could be 99. They're like, nope.
No, they'll take you to Menudos though, right away. Justin, give me one more.
No, that was more of a RBD look.
What about this? What's the name of this video game with the? Is it mine? What's it called? The new video game that the kids play. Minecraft. This is the kind of a Minecraft type of look.
Rick just made himself sound. Oh, what's that thing them young kids doing? What's that? That
for us, it was called Minesweep, right? Craze, where it's like you click on one corner, and if it was the wrong corner,
Minesweeper.
Oh, and the numbers, and then when you hit that bomb, all and just.
I didn't know how the fuck to play that shit. I just had to press it until it told me that I'd lost.
And there's always those games that pop up, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Like Sudoku's another one where I'm just like, I have no idea. And my wife just, look at it, babe. Look, you can do it too. I'm like, man, get that out of here.
I just need too many numbers.
This is me at the Laugh Factory. I know that background. That's the Laugh Factory.
Damn, I should have killed this one.
Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. Boom, there you go. I think this was one of the brownish nights.
Yeah, and that's recent because you can see the hair's tamed down, and I look like myself. I'm smiling. The first one, I'm not happy with the hairstyle. This one, very happy. Smile. Boom. That one, look at that. Before and after. I'm even judging the hairstyle. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm glad you got comfortable in LA. What's this right here?
I don't know. What is that? Is that from my profile?
Uh-huh.
Congratulations, your wife is pregnant again.
Don't say that. Don't wish that on me, Jaylah. I will ship that baby right to your house.
I don't play like that.
What is it?
Take it back.
Is it my New York card? Is this my Bronx
certification? What's your Bronx certification? Isn't it in the mail?
Is it? Let's reveal this one.
Oh,
I thought this was pretty funny. So, go ahead, Eric. Explain it.
This is my 23andMe results. I'm 100% disappointment to my parents. To my immigrant parents.
Let's go.
My wife, who is white, if you haven't watched the special, she did 23andMe with her family, and they're like, "You want to do it?" I was like, "I'm not doing that. I'm not freely giving my DNA to people." But good luck to you.
All right, so my wife did it, and then I did it. Craze is still giving me shit to this day.
I said literally the same words
apparently,
you just said, Eric. I said those words to Rick.
Yes.
4 years ago. I was like,
exactly.
So
that's why we call them the prophecy.
In a little container, and you mailed it to somebody that you don't know.
Yes.
Is Rick still living in the Bronx? Is this what's has he moved to Westchester?
Undisclosed location in Queens.
Rick's a sellout,
He's
man.
currently in a whole undercover, in
Queens.
They got him covered here. Cops sitting outside the house. Oh.
No, I'm from Washington Heights.
Rick lost his New York card too because he moved to Queens.
Nah, we're the most diverse borough, bro. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. He's doing 23andMe. It sounds like he's living in Forest Lawn. He's not living in Astoria. He's living in nice Queens.
What did you say?
Exactly. That's exactly where he lives. Forest Hills, Queens. Forest Hills, Queens is exactly where Rick lives. You already know. You know the vibe.
Damn, Rick, they got you pinpointed, friend.
Eric, if you're out here in New York, we could go for some beers around here in Forest Hills.
Some IPAs.
Rick doesn't go to the bodega no more to get beers. He goes to IPAs. I got this nice brewery around the corner, guys.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be, I'm getting ready to move to LA. That's my thing.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't even let me get to my premonition, which is before we got on the live. I said that my premonition is that Rick is going to vote Republican in 2024 and then become conservative.
Craze. If I vote Republican, I'll take a picture of my voter's card or whatever, and I'll put it on. We can make any bet you want that won't happen.
2024. Holla at me. What's this one? This is another one?
Yes, this is. I think there's two. Is there two more or one more, Justin?
No, this is the last one.
This is the last one. Okay.
Is this? I think this might be my album artwork.
Ooh.
Cause I see a lot of white in the background. Title Super White, so it might be that.
Got you.
Let's see. Is this Super White?
Yes.
It
Ooh.
is.
There it is. Oh.
You're really good.
Go
at
watch
this.
it now on HBO Go, HBO Now, and HBO Max. The best.
HBO Max. Those HBOs
Those
are
are
now
all gone.
They're all gone. They're
So,
too
Eric,
many.
we gotta update this
Rick,
thing.
how old are you? Where you been?
Bro,
They had too many. They HBO Go, HBO Later, HBO Now, HBO Maybe. They're too many.
Told you I'm still playing Minesweeper, bro. So you know.
He's still playing Snake on his Nokia.
Hey,
Yeah, bro. My phone don't got no color in it yet.
yo.
You're lucky he could change a phone case.
Super White. So that's an interesting name for a comedy special from a Latino.
It is. You know, again, I tell stories about my wife who happens to be white. I talk about just, you know, being in that relationship, you know, my in-laws and just the stuff that, you know, have sort of rubbed off on me that, you know, I can't tell my family about because they'll be ashamed. Like right now, you guys are getting the exclusive. I've been plant-based for a month, and that's something I could never tell my family.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just
Crazy. Are we taking the New York? Are we taking the New York card back?
I'm taking some notes right now because I don't know, man.
We're gonna get him a vegan chopped cheese.
No, honestly, I would love to go plant-based, but
yeah. I would too. I told my wife I'll support her and I'll try my best to stick with it. But man, if I get back to New York and I smell bad eating, it's over. I can't. I'm sorry. I will support you, babe. While I'm eating
for a month now.
I've been doing it for a month now. Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Keep going.
What's been the hardest part?
Especially during a quarantine.
A lot of it just the recipes, like because I think when you tell people, oh, plant-based right away, oh, well, you just eating salads. So you know, we signed up for this service to sort of teach us recipes and stuff. So it hasn't been so bad because I'm learning how to do stuff. And the one thing you have to do, you know, being Latino, you have to season stuff because white people don't. I don't know why. Like this is what I don't get. Yo, they're people left Europe looking for spices, but they don't use it. Come on, what do you? Y'all found them, but y'all don't use them? Like, that's crazy.
They use them to trade and barter with. That's what it was.
Yeah, they use them for your food. It's bland. So that's been the toughest thing, just working with those recipes and seasoning stuff to my liking.
Yeah, because even like there has to be vegan seasonings from what I know. Because I have friends.
I'm not 100% vegan. Like I've been cheating. Like I still use cheese and stuff, and I've been using tahini and like the other version of adobo because after he said some crazy stuff, you got to find other people to make it. So it's just finding those things that go into the diet and make it flavorful.
Now let me ask you something.
What's up?
Do you still have Goya products? Like I know, no,
I do not.
But the ones that were in your house,
Uh-huh.
Did you keep them, cook them, make them, use them, and then not buy anymore? Or did you just throw them out? I mean, because you already got your money.
Yeah, like, listen. I wanted to throw them out. I'll be honest with you, Rick. I wanted to just toss them out, but in the back of my head, I could hear my mom.
No bote la comida.
Yeah, there are people starving in Guatemala, and so I was like, son of a bitch, I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna smile about it. Oh, it's delicious. But you know what? Who this guy?
Facts.
I think it tastes better because you're eating with hate.
Yeah. By the way, I love how people I get that it's his company, but people were acting like he was canning the beans himself. Like, you know what, I'm gonna throw this out. How dare you?
Well, you bring that up, and we've had 2 episodes on cancel culture, and Craze brought up the theory that it's not really cancel culture. I agree with it. It's more like suspension culture.
Right.
So
put you in timeout culture.
Yeah. So the thing.
No, you brought up the Woody Allen shit and specifically, bro, and I think that's a great.
But that's predatory sexual.
Well, I mean, but that's a great example of what's the alternative, right? The alternative, because cancel culture to me is about holding people accountable, right? Like it's about people being held accountable. Some people don't like to be held accountable, and so they came up with the concept of oh, you're just trying to cancel all of us. No, we're trying to hold some people accountable. But Woody Allen's a perfect example of somebody that they didn't hold him accountable, bro. They let him rock for too long. and they should have
His movies
canceled
are
his
so
act.
great. They come out once a year. I love Woody. He does what's the brand of comedy that he does, which I don't find funny at all. It's slapstick, right? That's what he does, or deadpan.
I think his stuff is, I don't know, bro. Let's not talk about Woody Allen.
Well, he's not even. I don't find it funny. So, I watched one Woody Allen film like years ago, and I didn't think it was that funny. So
now listen, when you're a white man, you get suspended for a little bit, and then you make it come back, and no one cares. Woody Allen was doing what he was doing with the young girls, and like you said, but his movies are really good. We have to separate
the man from the art.
Yeah, Cosby, they put his ass in jail. They said,
Well, that's another thing. R. Kelly was the other one.
You can't find his shows anywhere. They erased that dude quick.
Hulk Hogan went on a rant. WWE removed everything off the site, they took him out the Hall of Fame.
Did they really?
They did. They took him out the Hall of Fame. They erased everything. But then this year they were like, we forgive Hogan. He can come back now. He served his fun.
You know who's a perfect example of this? Carlos Mencia. He stole jokes years back. That you haven't heard anything from that dude. He didn't dabble with little kids. He wasn't a sexual predator. He didn't do anything that everybody else did. And that dude
he didn't play nice with Joe Rogan. And for some reason, Joe Rogan has become this huge, popular dude that his opinions matter. Yeah. But Mencia, he was on somebody's podcast recently. I think it was Bobby Lee. I'm not sure. But yeah, he did kind of steal some jokes. He stole some of Bobby Lee's jokes.
Robin Williams stole jokes.
Hey,
and look, I'm not. By the way, as a comic, I'm not giving him the pass. Robin Williams stole jokes. Robin Williams won a Grammy with stolen jokes, and nobody cares.
That's true.
I mean, you might be right, but 60% of Carlos' material every time he went on stage was not his, and it's like most of his shit was not his. And somebody did a YouTube video where play by play, like he'll be saying a joke, and then they'll show the original joke from 3 years. Yeah, and he's stealing jokes from like Ari Shaffir and Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's funny.
He caught beef. See, I wasn't up on all this.
Yeah, he caught. Well, he was doing a set one time, and Rogan was in the building. I think it might have been in the comedy.
It was at the Comedy Store, and
Rogan jumped on stage and he called them out on every single joke he said. It's a really good video.
You'll have to look that up. Erik, who do you have beef with in the comedy world?
Man, listen.
Besides Jaylah and Sasha Mercy.
Sasha Mercy. D Nasty once in a blue moon.
Who do you want to call out right now? Let's call
damn, you got problem with all the women, huh?
We should do a comedy versus, have Jesus Trejo versus Erik Rivera,
Look, Ricky's trying to start beef here. He's like,
he's a troublemaker, man. You keep giving him IPAs, he start turning into a dick.
No.
Richard. He's over here being Karen's husband.
He turns into a Richard for sure. He goes from Rick to Richard.
Man, I don't have beef with nobody. It's so crazy to me. Like when I moved out here to hear the different comedy beefs. There's so many platforms, like with the streamers and cable. Like everybody's gonna get theirs, man. Everybody's got a different lane. Like I don't understand this whole if I make it, that person ain't gonna make it. If he makes it, I can't make it. Like everybody's path is different, and it's already bad enough. Like I said before, for Latinos, it's so much harder to make it. So why the hell are we fighting with each other? Why don't we help each other out? So if somebody makes it, other doors open up. Because right now, all the doors are closed.
That's my main issue with us. I support every single Latino creative.
Yeah.
I don't understand the big, we got enough against us, And if you're not a great stand-up comic, do a podcast like Joe Rogan, He's got 5 Netflix specials. They all fucking suck. But his podcast is pretty good, before he went into
Listen, if we get canceled now, Rick, this is on you, bro.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
The views expressed on the show are just Rick H's, not Erik Rivera, HBOMAX.
Or any of his co-hosts.
Yes. No, Jaylah shares this sentiment too, and so does Craze.
Yeah.
No, I would do the Rogan show. I don't think he's that funny,
I mean, I feel like that he's the voice of the people now. We're like, who should we vote for, Joe? I'm like, this dude he was telling ball jokes a couple years ago, but now he's your go-to tell me, Joe, what do I do in my life? I'm like, all right, easy.
You're talking to I used to listen to Joe Rogan like 4 years ago, right? And then he started like interviewing Alex Jones and all these other people, and it kind of, I was like, wait, you're saying your platform is for everybody, but it kind of looks like one-sided right now, bro. And your views, and when coronavirus came out, he put out the wrong message. It was everything against it, like, oh, people don't listen to the science, blah blah. Anyways, forget Joe Rogan. But
tell him why you're mad. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Don't really care. I watch the UFC. I'd rather hear Joe commentate on a fight, telling me my political views.
I like Rick because Rick is about to go in, but then on the flip side, he goes, but I'll do his show. I'll respectfully accept the invitation. Listen, he's garbage. I don't like the way, but look, I'll do his show.
Mean, he's friends with Joey Coco Diaz, so I'll give him a little,
That's a good point.
I'll give him a little credit,
Good point. Yo,
Craig's trying to get you into. But before anything, I always wanted to ask you, who influenced you in comedy? Who are some people you looked up to?
Growing up, like, it's one of those things where you don't know comedy is a viable field. Your parents tell you, doctor, lawyer, whatever. So I remember just, my pops would put on HBO, which this is why like this special meant so much to me. It was full circle. Like we watch HBO, we watch, Eddie Murphy do Raw, Delirious. I got to see, Chappelle Killing Him Softly. I got to see
best stand-up of all time.
Yeah, some of the greats. And I think the first time it really resonated with me was just, Leguizamo's first one-man show, Mambo Mouth. Like that was the first time I saw somebody of my skin color, my culture, speaking Spanglish on screen. And I know I'm not the only one. I know he's influenced a lot of Latino comics because it was the first time we were like, oh shoot, we can do this too. So it was one of those things where when I saw it, I was moved to the point of like, yo, I would love to perform somehow and figure this out. And boom, fast forward to, in college, I started doing stand-up, and it was because of that. Like that had so much weight to it.
Yeah, man.
Heavy influence on me, John Leguizamo. I saw Freak in person. I think I was 16, 17, 18, something like that. Got to meet him. We had his sister on the show. Great person. Still waiting on John. We're still waiting on you to call back.
Yeah, man. He's been playing us.
He's been back. We've been
literally.
We've had conversations, just the dates don't work. But
Rick cried on the phone to his sister one time, I think.
Marie's great.
It's gotten ugly.
Thank you, Eric, for coming on. Honestly, it's been fun. You can come on to this show whenever the hell you want. I know everybody says that, but we truly mean it.
Okay.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Whatever I want, except the day John Leguizamo finally shows up, and be like, listen, Eric,
you know what?
You getting bumped.
Let's say this.
John's here.
If we had John Leguizamo here,
he'll call. So what's up, Jaylah? What time we start? So Rick got a call from John.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll have Eric on the show and John on the show.
Yeah.
We'll bump Jaylah off.
Yeah.
And we'll have Eric as a guest / co-host as well.
Yes, just bump me off and call it a day.
I think that's a
spectacular
idea.
I didn't say that. You notice who said it?
I know. I the IPAs are getting to his head. When he starts slurring his words and his cheeks are starting to turn red, you already know it's a wrap. He starts talking about his fangirl fantasies about John Leguizamo. That's a wrap. When the IPAs, bro.
I'm gonna say
this. To the side.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put you on the same level as him. If John does a show, I am gonna call you and I'm gonna tell you I made this promise to you live on YouTube.
Okay.
That we'll do a split episode with both of you guys on. I'll invite you on. I mean, it's great vibes with you. Listen, I never met Walshy in person. Walshy Fire is a terrific person. I would hang out with him any day of the week. Same goes to you, man.
Chalky White?
Exactly.
I get.
Eric, yo, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, man.
We love your fucking comedy. We want you to succeed the most that any fucking Latino comic has ever succeeded. We really appreciate your energy. Whenever you're in the fucking Bronx, you already know.
You're already certified.
I'm certified. I'm getting the chopped cheese. I'm getting a pair of Timbs. They're not new, but
It gotta be a vegan. It gotta be a vegan chopped cheese though.
Vegan,
Now
plant-based chopped
He's
cheese.
in the Bronx though. That he could is acceptable, you know.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you so much, Rick, Jaylah, Craze. You guys are amazing. And anything you ever need from me, if you're ever on the West Coast, don't hesitate.
So don't tell Craze that he's gonna hold you accountable.
no, he's gonna DM me in a couple minutes. Like, yo, what a great show, man. So I'm really gonna be there next week. I land on Thursday.
So where can we catch Super White, and when will we be able to purchase those vinyls or get ready for that giveaway?
Super White, you can watch it right now streaming on HBOMAX. If you don't have HBOMAX and you're like my family, I don't want to pay for that. Sign up and then put a reminder in your calendar. In 7 days, cancel it for free and watch the special. The numbers count, the views count. So please do
or
that.
DM Craze and he'll give you a password.
Yeah, I'll give you Rick's password. No trip.
As far as the vinyl giveaway, that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So just follow me on all social media at Erik Rivera Comedy, ERIK Rivera Comedy. If you can't spell Rivera, I can't help you. I come on, it's 2021.
You shouldn't be watching his comedy if you can't spell Rivera.
Exactly. And then yeah, just follow me, and I'll be throwing out the details for that contest in the next couple of days.
And how can we catch Brownish?
Brownish is every Monday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. Again, if you follow me, I post about it. Since I'm not doing the shows at the Laugh Factory anymore, what we've been doing is sort of just, sit down with me, Sasha, and we usually have some dope guests that we're trying to spotlight. Latino creatives, Latinas, whether it's in radio, writing, acting, comedy, whatever it is, we're just trying to shed a spotlight. Like I said, I know I get on these things. I'm like, oh, we got to work together, but I'm legit about it. Like I'm trying to help.
Yeah,
everybody.
you had Jaylah on the show. That was great, man. We
Rick
didn't
is
even
still feeling it. Eric, do you hear? When your sibling gets that new pair of shoes and you didn't, and you're like, yo, like, oh,
No,
you see, oh, look at the shiny pair of shoes. Look at the
we
shiny
didn't
pair.
ask you to do
That's
that,
exactly what's going on right now. That's like his little way of booyah, like.
Yeah, Rick's
we didn't ask you to do that. Craze didn't give you a call. I didn't call you. You did that out of the kindness of your heart. We truly appreciate that. She needs all the time. It's cool.
Oh, you know what? We got to get Rick and Craze on an episode. We got to get them on because I need to hear the other side of that story. Because Jaylah, has her side. I want to hear the other side. I'm a fair judge. I need to hear the defendant and the plaintiff.
I mean, at this point, he did say, hey, Jaylah, can you be on the show? He didn't say, Jaylah, like, do you want the Rick H show to be on the show? You see the difference. I just, I did my part. I thought I'd be and I go and I talked about the Rick H show. Like I did my part as a great co-host.
You're a terrific man. You deserve a what's the Peace Award? You deserve an award, a humanitarian award for that, Eric. I really do appreciate that.
The Nobel Peace Prize?
Nobel Peace Prize. Erik Rivera, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 98.
98.
Go watch Brownish on Mondays, and also go to HBOMAX. I was going to say YouTube Max. Go to HBOMAX. Watch Super White. Super funny. Erik Rivera is going to be all over, everywhere, television, movies, and all that pretty soon. So watch the comedy special, and you'll understand what we're talking about. All right, thank you again, my brother.